So please, let's talk about this album title and how you feeling about it.
So I'm surprised when I tell people the album title and they don't know the reference. So I don't know if you know the reference to the movie The American Tale, which is the Fievel story, the little mouse, immigrant mouse who came with his family to America and he gets thrown overboard and then he spends the rest of the movie like looking for his family.
Oh, okay,
Do
I
you know?
got you.
Do you know this movie? For me, growing up, like that film, it was one of my more favorite animated films growing up, and it kind of really stuck with me. And I used to sing a lot of the songs. There's one song that like he sings to him and his sister are both singing at the moon, and they're like, they think they're singing to each other, but they're not with each other at the time. I used to like go out in my backyard and sing that song just by myself. Um, so that film like really resonated with me. But there's a scene in the film where they sing this song, "There Are No Cats in America," and it's all the immigrants there, but these are immigrant mice. They're all the immigrants from the different countries, and they're on this ship headed to America, and they're singing about the horrible lives that they lived in the countries where they are, and the cats that would terrorize them. And, of course, this is all like metaphor for what happened to immigrants and being sold this sort of lie that, if you come to America, the streets are paved with gold and, you'll have no troubles. And of course, when immigrants came here, that wasn't exactly the truth. It wasn't the truth at all. So there are no cats in America. They sing, and the streets are paved with cheese. But, we know that they arrive in America to find that there are cats here to their surprise. So the whole album, there's a lot of different themes throughout the album, but I felt one that resonated very strongly amongst all of them was, sort of this lie of the American dream that not only are we sold as citizens, but I had read something about how, the American dream was really a lie that was sold to immigrants to steal the rest of the world's workforce to bring them to America. Mm-hmm. And that sentiment kind of resonated with me as well. And I have songs on the album that are sort of about this, and also I have songs about I come from a line of immigrants, so songs about my like immigrant grandmother. And for me, like a lot of the songs are just a commentary on being first generation in the United States, being this very leftist leaning socialist type person, and just how I observed the world from that viewpoint. And yeah, I just thought that There Are No Cats in America was kind of this perfect title to encompass all these songs that are kind of talking about these lies that we've been sold our entire lives.
I echo that totally, completely. As a brother in America, a lot's been happening these past few days, these past several months. And, enough's enough. And it's really time to step up. Racial injustice is happening. It's still happening. And people that put certain people in harm's way need to be held accountable for it. And, we got to keep fighting. November 3rd cannot get here quick enough with everything that's happening.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm very nervous for that day.
I echo that nervous. I get it. Yeah. Totally understand. But, it's in order to make change, we have to actually put ourselves out there. So, and I see that the first single off this record, it's called Legacy, dropping
Yes.
on Tuesday, September the 15th. And it is a lovely cover of yourself with a precious cat, just so calm. Just that must have been quite a photo shoot, just holding that cat and being able to just be calm, taking the picture, taking it.
He's better than, he's not my cat, he's my friend's cat. But I knew that he would be better than my cat. My cat wouldn't have even sat for like one photo. He would have been impossible. That cat's name is Trouble, and he was really sweet, but it was really hot that day, and it was like one of the hottest days in July, and we were in a space that did not have, it had a little bit of air conditioning, but it was pretty hot in there. And so he was not having being in my arms at all. But he sat still for like, she would take like a few photos and then I would have to drop him down and then I'd pick him back up and try to settle him again. And then we would take a few more photos and then I'd have to put him down. And we were trying to like coerce him with treats and stuff. But, like, cats want to do what cats want to do. They don't want to do what you want them to do.
That is true. As a former dog owner or family that had dogs, we can attest that these animals, they got minds of their own. And,
yes, they do.
but we love them.
I know.
My family convinced me just to get on board, give these dogs a chance. I guess I was one of those people. I was like, man, they're gonna bite me. They took me down, sat me down, and just pat their heads, let them walk on you. They ain't gonna hurt you. Just
yeah.
It took some time. I was open-minded that day. I seen the light. I'm like, dogs are some good pets. They're good. As long as you treat them right, obviously. Just gotta deal with their moods, good and bad, but for the most part, they're good pets. From my experience with the family, we had 2 Jack Russell Terriers. I like one in particular because just like a teddy bear, just rub the belly, they be smiling, just rubbing their backs and everything. It's just they come. I seen the light. What can I say? Yeah.
Yeah, my brother has a new. He rescued a pit bull, and he is just the sweetest, and he's so cute, and I love him so much. But he lives in New Jersey, so I don't get to see him very often. But I love him from afar on Instagram.
And I want to thank you for letting me be one of the first to play that song. I played it earlier today, and it was actually the first time I heard it. Because I heard it like a couple times, but it was the first time I played it on the show. I fell in love with it.
Oh,
Vintage
Kiirstin
Marilyn. Vintage Kiirstin Marilyn on this song, Legacy. It's coming out September the 15th. Now, I know people love putting their music on Fridays. I mean, it used to be Tuesdays back in the day. So maybe Kiirstin's trying to bring that back, put it out on Tuesday, like old times.
I know. I don't know why that changed, but we are releasing. So we decided to release the album on a Friday, but then we thought it would be to kind of like give a throwback back to when things used to come out on Tuesdays. That we would do all the singles on Tuesdays. So I actually have Legacy is coming out first, and then I have 2 more singles after that coming out on the 29th of September and then October 13th. just before the album, and then the album will come out on a Friday.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I was definitely a fan of your old music, and kind of got me into Reverb Nation. You're one of the first artists that I've discovered on Reverb Nation. And
oh my gosh, Reverb Nation.
Yeah. Talk about old school. That was a good
Yeah,
source.
right?
And because of the independent I've been supporting, it's kind of leaned towards to me supporting local music in the state that I live in right now in Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
A lot of talented musicians, different genres. I've become a local music addict, going to shows
oh my God,
every
I love
weekend.
that.
And people look at me funny because I listen to all types of music. I don't just listen to one genre. I kind of look at myself as a unicorn. And, and I'm okay with that. People have encouraged me to keep going at it. And you know what? I feel better because certain artists that I've talked to have said, we like what you're doing. We like what you meant to the community. You keep going. We support you. You support us right back. You just keep doing you. Don't listen to what the naysayers say.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do what makes you happy and what fulfills you, because I feel like I spent too much of my life and my existence, especially as an artist, trying to do what I thought was going to make other people happy. And in the end, it not only didn't really make other people happy, it didn't make me happy. So, I feel like, especially with this album, I really created something that makes me very happy. I enjoy, like, I actually, and I don't know, I don't know how people, feel about this next statement, but I used to listen to my old stuff just to make sure that it wasn't awful rather than actually listening to it because I enjoy it. And this album, I actually listen to it because I enjoy the music myself and I want to hear the songs. So that's like a huge leap from, what I was doing before, which is like, I think maybe I created trash. Let me just see. So like now, I know that like I created something that I'm really proud of, and I'm really excited to share it with everyone.
But after all these years, I enjoy your music, enjoy you as a human being. I was on Instagram this morning. Oh yeah, earlier in the morning. I seen you was live, so I said, let me click and see what Kiirstin's up to. And she she marching. I see signs. I see pro vegan signs. You know, and I respect that. I respect what you feel about these things and where you come from with it. You know, uh, people got their views and whatever, but hey, gotta stand up for what's right. And you waved at me, so I'm like, hey.
I did. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be talking to him later, and then we totally got caught up, and I forgot that it was 7 o'clock already.
That's all right, cause the funny thing is, I was gonna do 1 hour, and then I was about to go off the air, and I get the DM from you, like, okay, let's get Kiirstin on here, cause it's been forever since I heard her voice. So I'm glad that we have connect. This has been a year, new decade that I get to reconnect people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And
yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I promise not to make you wait 4 or 5 years before I have you back on the show.
Okay, good.
So, but it is so good to hear from you, Kiirstin. And just congrats on everything, on the new
Thank
music,
you.
surviving COVID, and just
Yeah.
and looking forward to the new album. There's no Cats in America, which is I might have to put that in the conversation for album title of the year. Cause it's gonna blow people's mind. Like, no Cats in America. What is she talking about? And then when they hear this album, oh, now I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know my one friend of mine who he also didn't know the reference, and he was like, "I don't understand. There are cats in America," and I was like, "Exactly."
Respect the cats. Respect your animals. Okay. So just she loves animals. So please do not take it the wrong way. Okay. Don't take it the wrong way. It is so good to hear from you. Thank you for your support throughout these years.
Of course. Thank you so much for reaching out. I appreciate it.
And thank you for calling in on this anniversary show, 13-year anniversary.
Yes, oh my gosh, congratulations. Yes, 13. Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
Yeah, it's like being in a relationship with somebody and you love someone, they get on your nerves, and yet y'all still together all these years.
I completely understand that.
So me and my co-host Jeff, we had our ups and downs, but we dealt with it together. And I love him like a brother. He's in the East Coast. I'm in the West Coast. Well, actually, I'm in the East Coast. He's in the West Coast. And the beauty about this radio stuff is that it sounds like we're next to each other, but we're not.
Right.
So got a little technology, and
right.
So support Kiirstin Marilyn, support her new music, support her new album, and just support your local and independent artists, especially during this time when they're not able to do shows right now, or haven't even done shows in quite some time. Now, while some places are starting to reopen, others are still waiting. So just keep that in mind. Buy the music, buy the merch. And you know what, Kiirstin? I want to buy merch from you. I want, whether you got old CDs, T-shirts, whatever you have available, I'll buy some. That's what I've been doing ever since this pandemic began, reaching out to people, buying music, buying merch, and I want to buy you stuff as well, and I'll be buying the new album too.
Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. You go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening, and I look forward to this new album.